Hi there, it's Kelly from She Sails Away. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about solo cruising. I'm specifically addressing people that are brand new to solo cruising. Maybe you're planning your first ever solo cruise. I have a little bit of advice for you on things to not feel guilty about. Now, this may seem like a strange topic for a video. I mean, guilt and cruising don't normally go hand in hand, but I think some people do feel guilty about certain things that they do while they're on a cruise that they really don't need to feel guilty about. And I think some people feel guilty right from the start when you're planning your first solo cruise. You're spending money on yourself. You're taking time for yourself. You're going on this really nice vacation by yourself. Some people are going to feel a little bit guilty about that, especially if you're leaving behind family or friends that might ordinarily like to come with you. Whatever your reason is for cruising solo, let me just say right off the bat, you have nothing to feel guilty about. Solo travel is a big thing. A lot of people do it. You have not invented solo cruising. You're not the most selfish person on earth. You're not self-centered. You're not squandering your money. Solo cruising is very much a thing, and all you need to do is look around on YouTube. You're going to see tons of videos for solo cruisers. If you look at some of the newer cruise ships, they are starting to incorporate solo cabins for their solo cruisers. It's becoming more and more of a recognized form of travel. So, if you're planning your first ever solo cruise, right off the bat, I want to say don't feel guilty for planning it, for going, for spending that time and money on yourself. Now, I have several other things I want to talk about today that I don't want you to waste any time feeling bad about. So, let's get started. The second thing I want you to not feel guilty about is skipping formal night. Now, if you don't go in for dressing up, that's fine. Speaking from personal experience, I always skip formal night, especially when cruising solo. I don't really care about dressing up. I don't want to pack the clothes. I don't want the photos. I don't go in for that whole thing. On formal night, I like to be comfortable, wear whatever I want, and I usually go to the buffet or order room service. There will be other dining options available to you on formal night. So if dressing up and doing all of those things doesn't sound fun to you, feel free to skip it. One of the beauties of solo cruising is having flexibility. Yes, a lot of people will be enjoying this, but if you're not one of those people, don't feel bad, skip it, enjoy your vacation. Okay, here's another thing to not feel bad about, and I don't know why, but for some reason, this is so controversial. But I'm here to tell you, don't feel bad if you need to work while you're on the cruise. If you're someone that's going to bring your laptop computer, your cell phone, and you're going to work some part of your cruise, whether it's a couple of hours a day or a full 8 hours a day or a couple of times here and there, just do it. Don't worry about it. For some reason, if you get on social media, there's a lot of criticism about people that work while they're cruising. I don't understand that. I don't know why we care how people spend their cruise time. For me, I have worked many times on cruises. I teach online, I bring my laptop, I do my classes. It takes 3-4 hours a day, and I have the entire rest of the day to enjoy cruising. It's the best of both worlds. I don't feel the need to explain that to people, but there are some people who really look down on people that work while they're traveling, especially on a cruise ship. You know, if you're someone that can cruise when you want and you don't have to work, good for you. Some of us need to work and we still want to cruise. I don't necessarily want to wait until I have 1 or 2 weeks a year where it's okay for me to leave my computer at home and only cruise then. I kind of want to cruise when I want to cruise, when it suits my schedule, when it's right for my family and all of those things. And if it means it falls during a time where I have to bring my laptop and work a little bit on my vacation, I don't care. And I don't think anybody else should care either. Bring your laptop, work in your cabin. You might be able to go find a library or a card room to work in. Most cruise ships have tons and tons of beautiful seating areas for you to choose from. You could go find a nice chair somewhere, a nice little table somewhere in the corner where you're not bothering anybody. you're around the beauty of the cruise ship, maybe you have a gorgeous window to look out of. So if you need to work while you're cruising, just do it. Bring your stuff, do your work, set up your schedule, enjoy your vacation, fit your work into your schedule. Don't worry about people looking down on you. Along those same lines, don't feel bad if you're someone that's on your phone several hours a day. Again, if you get on social media, you're going to find all kinds of criticism about really pretty much everything associated with cruising. People have an opinion about everything. And there are some people who feel that using your phone and working while you're on a cruise ship, it's not good, and you shouldn't even be on a cruise ship if you can't leave your phone alone for a whole week. If you feel that way, that's fine, but realistically, most of us need to have our phones with us. Most of us can't really put our phones away for a week. We have businesses we have to stay in touch with, family members we want to stay in touch with. For me, I love texting photos to my family while I'm traveling and staying in touch with them by texting or FaceTiming. To me, it makes my cruise that much better to stay in touch. I don't need to disconnect from my loved ones. I'm having a wonderful time. I want to share it with them. I'm going to use my phone. Also, most cruise lines have an app that they want you to use, which will be on your phone. You're going to be looking at it to check the schedule. You might check it repeatedly throughout the day. You might make your dinner reservations on your phone. You might alter your show reservations on your phone. You might be shopping for your next solo cruise on your phone. Whatever the case, that is your business. And don't let anybody look down on you for using your phone. Who does not use their phone throughout the day, even when we're traveling? So don't feel guilty about using your phone. It's your vacation. Do it your way. Okay, here's my take on solo cruising. It offers many, many wonderful benefits. One of those benefits is the ability to be extremely flexible with how you spend your time. That being said, don't feel guilty if you decide at the very last minute to cancel a port excursion you already paid for. If, for example, you have booked a shore excursion and you're kind of looking forward to it, but you wake up that morning, you're tired, you're run down, maybe it's raining, maybe it's super hot, maybe you're just not feeling it. Do go ahead and skip that port excursion. Call down and cancel if you need to, call whoever you need to, but at the end of the day, don't make yourself go when you really don't want to go. As I said, you're not disappointing anybody. You don't have to run this decision by anybody. You're not letting anyone down. Spend your vacation day the way you want. If you want to change your plans at the last minute and stay on ship, do it. Likewise, if you had planned to stay on ship, but you wake up and you feel really adventurous and you feel like getting off the ship and doing something, do go ahead, get off the ship, and see what port excursions are being offered right there at the dock. You might even go down to the port excursion desk on your cruise ship and see if there's anything last minute you can grab that sounds good. And just embrace the freedom to be flexible. Here's something else I want you to not feel guilty about while you're cruising. And that is going down to the next cruise place on the ship and booking your next solo cruise while you're traveling. Now, there is a place on each cruise ship. It's sometimes called Next Cruise, Future Cruise, things like that. But there is a little department on your cruise ship where you can go down, you can talk to a travel representative, and you can book your next cruise while you're right there on the ship. And usually there's an incentive to do that rather than wait till you get home. There's usually a little discount. There might be a complimentary upgrade. There might be a little onboard credit thrown your way, but there are incentives to book your next cruise while you're on a ship. And when you go to these little next cruise offices and talk to people, they can help you choose your next cruise. They can show you all the different options. They can walk you through which cabin you want to choose and help you get that all settled and get you registered and signed up for your next solo cruise. So if you're enjoying your very first solo cruise so much that you're like, hey, I want to go ahead and book another one of these, go ahead, do it, and don't feel bad. Okay, the next thing I want you to not feel guilty about. I'm talking to the like-minded people who are like me. Don't feel guilty about buying all those tacky souvenirs. I'm one of them. I will admit it. I get off the cruise ship and I go buy those terrible t-shirts and the little refrigerator magnets and all of those little tacky things that you see in every single gift shop in every single port. No, I don't always buy the most unique, profound, handmade gifts everywhere I go. I usually do buy some of the same olds everywhere I go. But I like a tacky souvenir, and that's just kind of how it is. Our refrigerator is covered with magnets from all over the world. Anytime we travel somewhere new, we get a magnet. We have a nice big t-shirt collection from places we've been, and a baseball hat collection, and all those things. Now, I do have some very special, unique, handmade, special gifts from different places I've been, but I don't buy those every single time. Most of the time, I just go out and I buy the junk. And you know what? I'm okay with that. We love our little tacky souvenirs, and if you're someone who likes to do all that too and buy all those kind of things as well, just do it. Enjoy. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Your vacation. Do it your way. Okay, here's something else I don't want you to feel guilty about, and that is watching a movie in your cabin, or watching a sporting event in your cabin, or just watching TV in your cabin. Yes, you're on a cruise ship. They have gigantic TVs by the pool. Maybe they're showing a sporting event. Maybe they're showing a movie. There's lots to do on your cruise ship, not the least of which is to lay by the pool and watch the ocean go by. But if you feel like spending the afternoon in your room watching TV in your room, do it. It's your vacation. Do it your way. Don't feel guilty about it. It's fine. It is your vacation. Do whatever you like. Remember, this is your solo cruise. It's your chance to do what you want without bothering anybody, disappointing anybody, or having to get anybody to agree with you on how to spend your afternoon. If you want to lay in bed and watch football, that's fine. It's okay that you're doing that even though you're on a huge cruise ship with a lot of other special things to go do. If that's what you feel like doing, do it. Likewise, if you want to just lay around and read a book, that's fine too. If you want to take a nap, that's fine too. You don't have to be out doing all the things. As I said earlier, do not worry about trying to do it all. Just enjoy your vacation and go with the mood that you're in. Respect your energy level and just relax. But whatever you do, don't feel guilty about it. That's going to wrap up all of my advice about things to not feel guilty about. Now, there may be some more things coming in the future, but these are the things on my mind right now that I want to share with you. Please don't feel guilty about any of these things. This is your vacation. It's a very personal experience. Everybody spends their vacation differently. And one of the joys of taking a solo cruise is spending your vacation exactly your way. Everything you want to do, you get to do. Everything you don't want to do, you don't have to do. So don't feel guilty about these things, and please enjoy your first solo cruise, and please come back here and tell us all about it in the comments section. Do you have a comment or tip for your fellow first-time solo cruiser? Do you have any thoughts about what to feel guilty about or not feel guilty about? If so, please leave a comment. Thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy your next cruise. Bye-bye.